Hi there. Just one of the many cultural pastimes of Nava. They're usually pretty secretive though. You might have seen some signs plastered around demanding you report the routes. Fine. Everyone's got their own opinions. Just don't report them to me. There's nothing illegal about their organization. It's all just a really long feud. It tore my dad's family apart, I guess. But you should just talk to the Shez directly. They're the ones looking for information. They've been covering the city in flyers, demanding folk to report their neighbors. It's a bit unsettling, really. Can't say who's got the right of it, the Shez or the Roots, but it's been a long struggle. Not looking forward to seeing how it all ends.
Can I brew you up?
Hi there. I mainly work in furniture, but by the looks of your pack, I doubt you're interested in buying a table or chair. Not to worry though. How'd you like to buy a handcrafted wooden bike? 80 glowstones. Is it though? Just look at this bike. It's a feat of engineering. Riding it feels like flying, and it saves you so much time. Oh, well, if you ever do, I've got plenty in stock. They take me a good while to make, but I'm getting faster at it. Got to keep up with the demand. Hi again.
Get your news here, get your news here.
Did you pick up a paper?
It's free. We're supported by donations from the community. Looks like you already have the latest news. Would you like to donate a glowstone to the Shadian Post so we can keep the paper free without ads and unmotivated by pop news and tabloid journalism? Thank you for your contribution.
Interested in a book? In
Just because I'm an owl folk doesn't mean I can't control myself around copious amounts of fresh fish. Okay, sometime of the stop. What?
Good day. One thing I can say about the folks here, they never ask for swords. Which pleases me greatly, because swords are just about the most boring things you could ask a blacksmith to make. The only thing more boring than making a sword is being dead. Which, coincidentally, is what swords are used for. Which is another reason folks around here don't ask me to make them. I'd rather make a kettle any day of the week.
Well. Your clothes are looking a little scrappy. Bet you're just about to... Well, I've lived here all my life. It's really developed a prosperous little boom. I've been so emotionally for 30 years, but only 2 years ago was I didn't try to buy any zucchinis. He tries, but things just don't seem to work out for him. A group of degenerates. They lay in pools of water, drinking hallucinogenic tea. They'll try to trick you into believing it only alters your dreams, but don't believe. Their goal is to consume all the tea fully belong. If you want to support and aid the sanctity of the tea, you should seek out the Shez as soon as possible. The Shez are the religious group actually uses the teas out of respect for our God. If you know anything about the roots, you should tell them.
Oh, what is it? I feel like I just ate a huge bite of death. All I had today was a zucchini. I mean... Oh, yeah, I ate it already. Oh, how is this gonna last? I'm gonna kill. Oh, great, yeah, I'm gonna kill Tam. Oh, this is horrible.
wonderful show at the Tarnished Teapot last night. The tea house hosts a different musician or storyteller every evening. They are such inspiring events. Goodness, I almost fed this to my grandmother. Thanks for finding me. Here, you take it back. Did any more? Oh, have you been there yet? I highly recommend it. Just relax, sip some tea, and have a lovely nap. A perfect way to spend an afternoon. Don't know much other than that it's some sort of spirit gathering, but they do love dream tea. It's sacred to them. I think my father-in-law belongs to their group. I should ask him about it.
Welcome to the inn below Tarnished Teapot. Correct. That is the name. We once had a name, but everyone just called us that inn, the Tarnished Teapot. I don't really blame them. This place dumb. The manager has really let go. Me. It's cold, damn window. Smells a little stale. At least the front door big. That's, I suppose. Sounds hard. I used to live on the mainland years ago. Working as a bricklayer was terrible. Hated every minute. Then my grandma died, bless her soul, and left me a son. Quit my job that day and got the first ship here. For no reason in particular. Just wanted to leave. Bought this dumpy floor for dirt cheap. Didn't really know what I was doing. Now this city's a boom town, and I'm living off the reverse mortgage. Just goes to show, act impossible, and sometimes you get rich. That's what I've learned anyway. Oh, and have some inheritance. It's kind of like a club. People go under the city to drink dream teas, relax. It used to be open for everyone, but it's pretty locked down now. Some folks have been trying to destroy or steal their tea plants, so they had to get real protective. There was a dream party out on the Salt Spring Coast a few nights ago. Who knows? Maybe you can make the right connections and get a chance to try some.
Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Have you gotten any of the tubers back? I don't mean to rush you, but this is urgent.
Have you found anything out? What did Leilani say?
What's the password? Then get lost.
Stay informed. Get the latest issue of the Shadian Post. Pick it up here.
Sorry, you can't go up there right now. We're doing some renovations. Hard to say. Maybe in 10 months, give or take. Could be longer if we hit any delays. Well, you need a pass. Any official from the university should be able to give you one. If you're here to visit, yeah, you won't be seeing it this trip. Sorry about that. Have a good one.
new face. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Zara, assistant research scientist here at the university. Do you know of Melek? He's the merchant selling the so-called elixir of life down in the market. I have a favor to ask of you. Do you think you could perhaps go to Melek's shop in the market and buy me one of said elixirs? I'll buy it from you at twice what it's worth. I'd like to run some tests on it. I've heard the claims, and let's just say I'm skeptical. This elixir of life seems to be quite a trendy product in the city, and if this Melek fellow is cheating folks out of their hard-earned glowstones, I'd like to know the truth of it. I'd like to run some tests on this. Well, you see, I've earned a bit of a reputation here in Nava as the resident skeptic. I just like to know the science of things. I tried to buy one from him. He told me that with my closed-minded attitude, it would never work on me, and refused to sell me one. The obvious tactic of a charlatan, if you ask me. Fantastic! You can find me here just about any time. I'm always working. They're a group that highly appreciates the consumption of dream teas. The teas are made with herbs that stimulate dreams. It's quite interesting how the chemicals work on the brain. They are safe in moderation, the largest risk being that when sleeping with dream teas, one gets very little rest, since the brain is actually more stimulated than during the day. The latest science actually considers it a form of exercise for your brain. I know it's a spectacular view. Beyond that, though, is there any reason specifically you need to be up there? I see. Well, I'll tell you what. Help me with discovering the truth about...
Trade here, trade there. So many folk are scurrying about. Oh, yes. The more bustle, the better. The sounds of a full market brings me back. Just take a look at all those shiny things coming in the markets. Sad day when my legs stopped working quite so well. Haven't made it down to the lower level in some time. Say, I heard from some other folks that you're one of the most helpful people in Eastshade. Do you have time to help an old woman? Excellent, excellent. You and I, young friend. I can tell we're gonna make a fine pair. Been a long time since I had a partner of any sort. Oh, I feel 10 years younger. I'm embarrassed to admit. I left a precious box up north, in the caverns. You know, the howling caverns on the Tiefmoor Bluffs? I must have left it there. It was years ago, mind you, that I left it behind. Longer, actually. I was still a young girl. Spent time playing all over Eastshade. That box was one of my favorite possessions, passed down from my mother. It has some decoration, you know, not too much. It's a rather simple wooden box, I think. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember all the details, but there can't be many boxes in that cavern. Not to worry. I have confidence you'll find it, child. Away with you. I'm rooting for you, child. Living vicariously through you in your quest to retrieve my lost box.
Round there, then a straight line here. Yes, that looks better. Round there, then a straight line here. Yes, that looks better.
Welcome to Yevgeny's Art Gallery and Supply. And before you ask, no, I'm not Yevgeny. And if you came to request a commission, unfortunately we can't help with that either. Yevgeny is totally backed up at the moment, but we do have painting supplies in stock. Yes, but we're full, as I said. Normally folks just need to write down what they want and Yevgeny will paint it for them. The best painter at Nava, that Yevgeny. She's been painting her whole life, and doing commissions for at least 40 years. These days, she's spending more and more of her time on personal work. Good for her, I say, but still, we can't keep up with commissions like we used to, and demand is only growing. Oh, are you a painter? We've been looking for someone to help with the workload, but so far no one's been up to Yevgeny's standards. Do you have a portfolio I can look at? Wow, your work is so detailed. You should show this to Yevgeny. She lives in the common tower. That's the big round building in the middle. You might just be the painter we need. She'll absolutely want to see at least 3 paintings, though. Anything I can help with? Need some supplies? Wow, she'll have anything I can help with? Need some supplies?
Hello. Do you want to buy any spices? Like pepper or whatever this is? I don't really know. I just sold a bunch of it to some guy though. So, probably. Oh yeah? She's pretty great, isn't she? We met at the bread stand where she works. I really like bread, so I'm over there a lot. Yeah, I guess so. I don't get to go anywhere exciting very often. I have to travel to Lindo every week to get supplies. It's fine over there, but I wish I didn't have to go all the time. It's kind of like a creepy ghost town out there. Yeah, I mean, me and Evelina have been hanging out a lot. She's really great. Like the other day, she made me a special loaf of bread in the shape of a flower. She's just so cool. There's this cool hot spring on the Salt Spring coast. I used to go there when I was a kid. It's all the way at the end of the beach, and no one really knows about it. It's a perfect place for picnics. Yeah, maybe I'll take a trip out there soon. Well, I should probably get back to pretending to know about spices. Yeah, I bought one. I knew it was a toxic tuber. It was pretty obvious. I already used it in a ritual, so you can't buy it back. They're a group of people who like drinking this special tea because it makes you have better dreams. They hang out in the cistern under the city, but sometimes they have meetings on the Salt Spring Coast beach. My brother loves drinking the tea, but it's so boring. I mean, it just makes you dream. You're asleep the whole time. I think they're kind of like the Roots. They love dream teas too, but they believe only their gods should be able to drink them.
Welcome, friend. Would you like a guaranteed long and healthy life? My elixir will fortify you with the strength and vigor. Imagine a longer life for you and your loved ones. Sourced from hot springs around the island, this water is guaranteed to give you an extra 20 years, at least. Some of my longtime customers are practically living history books. They've been drinking the elixir for years, and not a day have they aged. Of course, just look at all these happy people. They love it, and it works perfectly for them. Each of my customers is a testament to the strength of this powerful elixir. So, what do you say? The water is sourced from the life-giving springs of Eastshade.
Come get your latest issue of the Shadian Post here.
Interested in a book?
Red? Or, yes, just a touch of orange. Oh, hello there. I must have left the door unlocked again. Can I help you? It's true, but I don't hire just anyone. Let's see what you've got. Well, these look fantastic. So much detail. What accurate depictions. You've got some skill here. I spent years honing my skill, sharing my work with the people of Nava, but these days I'm no longer interested in realism. I love the life flowing through abstract art. Unfortunately, there's not much interest for that style right now. I know it's hard to understand. You realists are also focused on accuracy of sight that you miss the accuracy of the heart. Anyway, I won't try to convince you. Anyway, your portfolio is exactly the kind of thing my customers love. How about this? I'm going to shut down my commissions. They've been leaving me uninspired this past year anyway. I'll pass on any new requests to you. Then I can really focus my time on these spots and blobs. Okay, I'll tell Art Dealer the situation. Our customers write down their requests in a ledger back in the gallery. Take a look through and see if there are any requests you'd like to paint. Some blue here, green, no, yellow.
I'm rooting for you, child. Living vicariously through you in your quest to retrieve my lost box.
A fine day for science. Did you by chance pick me up one of those elixirs from the market? Wonderful. Now I can run some tests. Why don't you come back in about an hour, and I'll fill you in on my findings. I do love working here in the university. Even though my senior professor Esma can be a bit... Well, I've run some tests. Unfortunately, my findings are... inconclusive. The solutions... I've been thinking... Melik claims the life-giving ingredient in his potions is water from the local hot springs. I know it's a big ask, but I'm wondering if you're interested in collect... Then we can really answer this question once and for all. No more tricks. What do you say? Sadly, I don't have time to leave the university much. I've got lectures to teach and my current research is in an... Fantastic! Take these empty vials. The collection should be fairly straightforward. Finding the 5 hot springs will be the hard part. They're in all Like I said, help me with...
good to see a new face. I love it here. There's really no part of town I'd be worried to let my two daughters play unsupervised. I moved here right out of college when my longtime resident aunt wrote to me about a job opening in the library. It was quite a great distance for me to move, considering it was a bit of a paltry opening at the time. But 20 years later, as head librarian, I can't say I have any regrets. I'm not supposed to give those out to patrons. There's a bit of oh, well, that sounds lovely. Why don't you talk to Zora about this? She has an office on the next floor up and probably